What's up guys, Wilson here, and this is our latest project that I want to share with you. A gorgeous Ferrari 488 Pista coupe, and what we did to it is we applied ClearGuard Alpha paint protection film to the entire car. We tinted the windows with Spectra Photosync IRD, and for those of you who haven't seen the other video we made regarding the window film, I left a link on the description below, so do click that open and check that out. But for this video, I want to talk about the paint protection film that we did on this car. As you may know, everything we do here is 100% custom, and we do that so that it is as distortion free and as seamless as possible. So I want to talk about some of the areas that are a little bit more difficult on this car and show you how we did it, so you get a better idea of what goes into this type of installation. So first off, let's talk about the hood. This full hood was done with one sheet of film and with minimal relief openings and 0 to no distortions. Many times when you see this hood done, there is going to be a seam over here, a relief opening, but with pre-cut kits, that relief opening comes very high and you get to see that seam just by standing a few feet back from the car. We did this with the seam brought all the way in here as far as possible, and these high compound curvature areas are virtually distortion free. Up here on the matte painted area, we use satin guard paint protection film to give it protection, but also give it a deeper satin sheen so that it matches the whole car better. Now let's talk about the front bumper on this car. With pre-cut kits, you would get a seam right about there, and although it gives protection, it does again cause a little bit of disturbance for the aesthetics of the car. This bumper is done with one sheet of film and is covering it from the top all the way to the bottom. This area right here also is fully protected, and we bring the film all the way in here so that you don't get damaged whether it's on the bottom or the top. All the carbon fiber aero pieces are also protected, and you see that very nice gloss showing through. Next, let's talk about this fender. Let's take a closer look. For those of you who are familiar with these cars, many times you would see a metal badge over here. This one is actually painted. This is a hand-painted Ferrari badge option from the factory, and this is quite an expensive option at that. So obviously, unlike the badges that are more durable, you don't want this to be left unprotected and get chipped up, because this is sort of a one-of-a-kind type of option. Next, let's talk about this mirror. Many times when you see this mirror done, it's done with multiple sheets of film. A sheet on the top, the front, this front area, the inner area, the bottom. So there's seams all over the place. This one, as you can see, is fully protected and virtually undetectable. Same thing with this door. Many times you will see a seam in this inside area, but again, this is as seamless as it gets. As we move back to this door area, let's get a little bit lower and see the gloss and reflection that you get from ClearGuard Alpha. This is the clearest paint protection film in the entire film industry, and we've tried them all. Again, for cars like this with such beautiful paintwork, you really don't want any type of film to have any disturbance or to distort the natural finish of the car. Back here, this full fender is done with one sheet of film. Although it's not as difficult as, say, a 488 GTB, it's still one piece nonetheless. Same thing with this carbon fiber intake piece. We did this as one sheet, and you don't get those additional seams that you will find in a pre-cut kit. Next, let's move on to the back side of this car. Back here, you will find one of the more difficult parts on this car, and that is this rear spoiler. This rear spoiler has a lot of different types of curvature, but we did this again, one sheet of film. That's a common theme here. It is protected from top all the way back to the bottom side. There are no seams in this area, no relief openings in these areas, and no distortions as well. So again, that really is our philosophy when we do any type of paint protection film. No distortions or minimal distortions, and minimal seams wherever possible. Next, let's talk about this rear bumper. Again, one sheet of film on this entire rear bumper. even in this area over here where there is carbon fiber, we protected this area so that the debris that is being kicked out from the rear tires do not damage this area. The rear diffuser being carbon fiber, you really want to preserve that as well. So this area right here is protected and ready for the road so that you don't get damaged over the years. The last thing I want to point out that we did on this car is this rear engine compartment area. Let's take a closer look. In this rear engine compartment area, you see it fully cladded with tons of beautiful carbon fiber. What we did in this area is we paint corrected the carbon fiber, took out all the defects and squirrels in there, and we coated the entire compartment with Modesta BC04. This is a high heat resistant coating, and for beautiful carbon fiber like this, it will help to preserve the longevity of it. And that was a quick look at this Ferrari 488 project. For this car, this project was fun, but at the same time, it was actually a little bit sentimental for my team and I because this customer dates all the way back to the early 2000s. And we still remember working on his very first BMW M3 out of his garage up till now, where he has this gorgeous Ferrari 488 Pista. It serves as a motivation for us, and it brings warmth to our heart that they are able to grow as we have grown over the years. So I want to thank you guys for watching another one of our videos, and please do not forget to subscribe and follow. As you can see, we have a shop full of cars and many projects coming up next. So please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, stay safe, and we'll see you later.